I want to drill more holes in my LA-2As.
Tubes. Of course I'm overdoing it because this is too much fun. This probably is the most modified version of its kind. A stereo pair of Comp 2A by Golden Age. So I have changed all the tubes to new old stock tubes. I have changed this octocell to the Kinetic T4B. This output transformers is the solder, UK solder. And today we're gonna do more modifications. This is, by the way, the temporary studio because of the move. Yeah, I have been using this compressor in many ways, like sometimes as a regular compression, mono, sometimes stereo. I've also been using it a lot as a distortion unit, just cranking the gain, but sometimes I use without any gain reduction and just as a coloring box. And that's when I find it very tricky to find the sweet spot of the gains if you use it in stereo. So today I'm doing a modification on the gain knob. Like this is the gain knob, and I will take it away and install this stepped 6 positions. First position will be unity gain, as close as I can get. I might do it on the gain reduction too. Let's see how it goes. The first thing I noticed is that this doesn't fit. So we have to go to my studio and drill a bit. So let's go do that. For anyone of you that are new to the channel, this is my studio. Isn't it beautiful? This is my old studio. Underside of that window there, that small little window, I'm building the new studio. And I want to show how it looks. So, live room. A very lively live room. And the floors, I haven't been posted that much lately because I haven't really been able to breathe in here because this floor is newly painted. And yeah, it's been a journey because this blue little box here is also new. That's where the studio is. It used to be the whole room. The sound of this place has changed during the renovation. First, the reverb got shorter and, yeah, a little bit different kind of tail, shorter, still the same character, but shorter. And then they took all of the stuff out, and now it's empty. It got better. And then they painted the floor. And I'm not joking. Since after painting the floor, the room is back to where it was. It's crazy because this texture, it's kind of hard surface, so it bounces very much. And sure, I understand some of you might be, that's not desired. It is desired for me. I like it. I like a lively, crazy live room. And I like a more controlled room. There's a little bit of noise going on here, of course. So here's the studio room. For all of you that has been following this journey, you know that I was thinking of having the desk there. I think I will end up having it here. So, but let's go and drill those holes. Oopsie. Some nice airflow. I obviously need to secure this somehow so I don't break anything. Hopefully this will That was actually pretty easy. This tape thing really worked.
One potential extra mod you could do, of course, is to install an output attenuator, so you can use it more like a distortion box. Fuck. I did hit the tube a bit. I hope I didn't break anything right now. Let's go home and do some soldering. Back in the little dungeon. So how this is actually done, you can't just put this in and it will work. You have to attach a series of resistors that represents the potentiometer. And because I really want to use this in unity gain mode, I have to measure what this potentiometer measures in unity gain mode. And I've seen that every time I put the regular potentiometer on number 2 on this scale, it is unity gain. Okay, there it is on the 0. I put it up to number 2. I wonder if I can measure it when the cables are in. Probably not. Look at this, you can actually... Yeah, if you follow this, there is connectors. So you can actually, I can see here that you can actually... Yeah, you should be able to plug this one out. And it should give no extra. This hasn't been on for days, so I hope I won't get any shocks or anything. I guess it's always good to take pictures of the direction of where it was. So now, like the potentiometer is 100K, so I guess it should be around 20 or something. I'm not super good with this stuff. I am... '86. And I don't know which ones is the signal and what's... 86. Okay. I didn't really understand this, if I'm honest. Because this measures 5K on one side and 85K on the other side, which means this potentiometer is 90K, not 100. Yeah, it says 90. Am I doing something wrong? I don't think I am. Should we do the other one as well, just to be sure? So now it's kind of on 2. I'll take out the connector. And let's measure this one. Yeah, also 5K. And on the other side, 89K. These are all over the place. I think we can put this on the side for a while. Need to do some soldering space. Guess we can do this. What am I looking for? Oh. These resistors. These are... The lesson I've learned these last couple of weeks: don't trust ChatGPT. Like small little details can ruin a project so much. And this says 4.7, which would be the unity gain. So the idea is that we come in here, and the middle log on the potentiometer will be in steps of resistors. Like this, I'm adding 1, like this for the first. I'm not good enough to explain this. I will just skip ahead and I will show a little diagram of this, of my values of the resistors. So if you want to do this yourself, you can do it, but I'm not qualified to talk about this because I know it a little. So what I did now is that I measured all of these levels. So I measured from here, which is my unity gain, will be the first switch. And then I measured on 4, and I measured on 6, and I measured on 8, 9, and 10, because I want to use it as a distortion box as well in these thing. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those are the values I have written down, and we'll try to match on a stepped resistor. Isn't this like a little Christmassy activity? Crafts. I wonder if I'm doing this right. I think I am. No, this is not right. I am not an expert on this. I'm just painfully curious about how stuff will turn out. How beautiful. The moment of truth. Let's check out if it represents the same values as the potentiometer. So this would be the unity gain, and that's right. Second, around 10. Third, that's 20. 4, 40. Okay, this was 46. What does that mean? Probably means I put the one wrong resistor in. I put a 5 in instead of 20 maybe. It must have been. Let's continue. This one doesn't measure at all. Oh, that's the last step. That's the last step. Okay. I definitely done something wrong. I was trying this so many times and I didn't end up with something that represented the values. So, and then I realized I was using a 4.7 ohm, not 4.7 k ohm. So I'll redo everything now. And I feel like I want to be brave. I just want to solder it immediately. Let's go. Why don't you focus, you fucking hell? I'm gonna see what ChatGPT says about this, so we wire the things to the right place. ChatGPT has been wrong so many times lately, but let's see what it says about this. White cable goes to the empty inside lug. Right? Yes, the white wire goes to center. Common lug of the rotor switch. Let's just do this. Let's go. I can't believe I'm doing this to my favorite thing. So if I put this in now, we can connect it and let's compare it to the left channel. If it has the same values. Oopsie. I'm somehow worried I did this kind of backwards or something. Let's check the... You know what? Let's just put it in. Let's just put it in and see. I don't have my regular setup now here at home, so this is a very strange testing setup. So Mellotron into the compressor, into the push signal is coming. So if I done this right now, this meter should kind of stay the same once I put in the compressor. If I have made it backwards, it will go crazy red. I think this is it. No, it doesn't do anything. My gain knob doesn't do anything. We have done something wrong. So stupid. The compressor wasn't on. Okay, let's put it on. And now let's put it in. No, huge gain. Yeah, we have no... Basically all of them is gaining too high. We have done something wrong. It's like I had this feeling. It is backwards. I gotta redo it. But it's just a matter of... Yeah, it's just a matter of switching the outer ones. Okay, let's try to switch the outer ones. Okay, I am back. I have now switched the cables and let's look. I really hope this works. Looks good. Yeah, this looks good. It should only gain up now. Yeah. Okay. It is working, it is working. I don't know if it's exactly unit gain, but it looks very, very close to that. Let me put a pair of... Let me try on headphones. It's a tiny bit louder. It's a tiny bit louder. I'll probably clean this mess up and make the other channel, and then we can check it out a little bit more in detail. Little update, I realize I really want the unit gain to be unit gain. So I have hooked up the one with the potentiometer into my interface, and I loaded up plugin doctor. And here, if I flip the bypass now, yeah, we can clearly see that the LA-2A is a little bit darker. Yeah, we can see that the top end is going away a bit, but I'm trying to dial this in now. Exactly. There, maybe. There. This is a good compromise, I think. So, let's turn the unit off. And now let's check what value that is. 3.9. And 90 on the other side. Unit gain is when between wiper and black wire is 3.9k and wiper and red wire is 90k. Alright, let's get to work again. Oh, by the way, I'm now also thinking of introducing another thing to this mod. A selectable auto gain feature. So the switch I'm using is a 2-pole switch, and I'm thinking if I can take the signal after the transformer, I can use the other pole to attenuate by the same amount I gain up. It will take some trial and error, I think. I'm ready to experiment. I'm ready to experiment. I got it to work. Let's go on to the next project. I want to put an output attenuate. Hello, welcome to the mess again. We're back in the studio. I want to drill more holes in my LA-2As. I can't stop thinking about having like an output attenuation, because that means I can properly use these as distortion boxes when I want to, and compressors when I want to, or just sweeteners when I want to. And I tried it yesterday. I tried a schematic that worked. So I have a proof of concept. And I just want to have knob in the front. And there's only one place it can go. And it's kind of here. Let's just go. Let's just go. There's no return now. Let's just go. Let's go. Don't overthink this. Just go. Do it for audio. Do it for audio. I'm getting somewhere. A little hole is forming. I guess. Don't judge me. Please don't judge me. Yeah, I see all of those little metal dust all ended up on the tape. So then at least that's kind of a neat little trick, I guess. Let's see if the potentiometer fits. Because I just eyeballed this. Oh my god. It fits perfect here. Look at that. This is the one. There is nothing more that fits here. Let's wire this up. Welcome to my little experimentation corner. It's time to check out if this experiment and modification has been successful or not. I'm a bit nervous. I'll just blow up my hardware and they won't be usable again. If I didn't show that already, I know the knob situation. Not the greatest. I really need to find better knobs for this, but yeah, the knobs that were here were of course here. It became a bit too big to be able to deal with this one, so I put these ones as temporary ones. Let's see if it even works. Let's make sure it's on the same settings. Okay, I only have one channel working. This one. Let's see if it's the cable. That would be nice. I really hope it's the cable. I would be so happy. It's not the cable. Okay, I'll check this out a bit. Okay, I got it to work. It was just one of those pin connectors that had gone up. But let's look at this. So now I have on the first gain setting, which should be the unity gain level. And now it's in bypass, and now it's on. So you can see that it's almost unity. It's like a hair louder, and then it falls off here at 5,000. I guess that's the characteristics of LA-2A. But yeah, let's check this out. Obviously this is not the material I would use this thing on. Let's open up a song where I would use that stuff for. Let's open up the song we're actually listening to. Yeah, then we can do drums and vocals. Let's do that. Of course. Of course I'm overdoing it because this is too much fun. I am so happy with this. I don't even know where to begin. Like, to have this ability to shape the tone this brutally, just like here, like that, and it's completely different. And that, yeah, it will definitely be a game changer in the studio for me. I also need to somehow relabel it because, yeah, this doesn't correspond with the 6 positions. So I need to do some labeling thing. I think maybe I will take away the Golden Age project logos as well, because this is not anymore the Golden Age project. I mean, there is nothing inside here except the board, resistors, and the power supply that's from the original. So yeah, let's take a look inside maybe. So if you do have this compressor, I can tell you what made the most impact. By far, if you use the compression part, this is the best upgrade. Like, this it went from sounding like a good plugin to expensive hardware. They ship everywhere, I think, worldwide. Kinetic. The second biggest was definitely this tube. That's the first gain stage tube. And I have here like a 1960s military grade Mullard tube now. Very fancy one. And then the third biggest upgrade is this tube. And that's the 12BH7. I have a RCA new old stock there. These 2 tubes are important, but they are in the side chain. Some people claim they don't matter at all. They matter super much, I think. I think we often think that just because it's not in the audio path, it doesn't matter. It does matter a lot. It does play a big part in how the actual compression is shaped. Here's my little thing. It doesn't look super good, I know, but it works. And I will tidy it up soon. I did put it in some tube at least. I did a little bit stretch the transformer wires to get it to come all the way here. And this, yeah, by the way, I thought that this upgrade would be bigger, but it gave a sweetening effect, kind of the overall sweetening effect, and that's the UK-made solder transformer. Thank you for following this little journey. It has been on my mind for like, I don't know how long, years maybe even. And yeah, I think I will have so much fun with this thing. There is a quite big upside, I think, with buying budget gear and upgrade them, because you don't get too precious about them. Like, I have other units that I will never even open, like the Chandler RS124, for example. I mean, if something happens with that one, that gets sent somewhere. I don't want to open it even, because it's like too precious to me. But these things, I think these new cost maybe around $400 or $500 or something, maybe a bit more, I don't remember. And there's so many parts you can upgrade and also modify, so it's fun. Yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. And thank you for making it all the way here, and consider subscribing if you want to see more nerdy stuff like this. Thank you for watching. See you next time.